Welcome back, Pokemon Trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coach on back order. And we're here with sort of a part 2 of the previous episode of Pokémon Legends Arceus on the channel. If you missed the last episode, first of all, you should go check that out. There's a link in the description to the full playlist. The previous episode found us facing off against the final frenzied noble, I believe, of the whole game, and trying to quell its frenzy, and that was quite a frenzy indeed. So make sure you check that out, and to make sure you don't miss any future episodes, subscribe today if you're not yet subscribed, and activate the bell button to get notifications when the new videos are coming up. Anyway, in the aftermath of dealing with the new Hisuian Avalugg, we see Arita and Garrick here coming up to meet with us. Garrick, sir, you needn't look quite so downcast. But seeing mighty Avalugg quelled, and by such a slight child, a child that fell from the very sky, is this Chaz boy some kind of monster in disguise? I honestly don't know. I could be, maybe. He is no monster. He is the one who risked his life without a second thought in order to quell our frenzied, suffering nobles. That's me, Chaz. Garrick cares for the Pearl Clan with all his heart and believes in Almighty Sinnoh just as deeply. So he is feared more than any of us that getting involved with the Diamond Clan and your Galaxy team could cause our people to flag in their devotion to Almighty Sinnoh. But that will change. Arita? I know your fears will change once you see what I've seen. Chaz has so much to teach us. He's shown us how we can overcome all manner of strife so long as our Pokemon are with us. He's made me want to help Glaceon realize greater strength as well, and to see my whole world grow broader. It seems you've already changed, Arita. I knew you'd pull that off, Chaz. I wasn't so sure the first time. Anyways, we did it. You quelled every last frenzied noble. So is that space-time rift going to start closing up now or what? I don't know. What do you ask me for? There's little way of knowing for sure, though the rift does seem perhaps a little smaller somehow. Let's hope so, anyway. Wait, after 5 frenzy battles, it's only a little smaller? Well, with any luck, things will settle down now. Although even if the rift does start spitting out more of that strange lightning, we should still be alright as long as we've got Chaz. The whole region is counting on just one person. Indeed, we should be. It's good to have him at our side. You know something, Arita? I've always loved you. No, there's no way. We may never agree on who's got it right about Almighty Sinnoh, but you Pearl Clan folk aren't all bad in my book. Look who's finally seen reason. Anyway, now that we've quelled the last noble, I say we pay grim old Commander Kamado a visit and see if he'll finally crack a smile for us. Sounds like a plan to me, Stan the man. Oh, we've used a bunch of strong... Look, plus 31 others. I guess Luxray research. So report back to Commander Kamado. Let me just double check our Pokédex and see how well all of our guys are doing. For Quilava, we only need 9 more quick attacks. And then that's all we can do with this, excuse me, Quilava, for evolution. And I forget who was the closest next. I know Staraptor, we still got a ton of Brave Birds to do. Luxray, we still got a ton of Wild Charges to do. Who else is on our team right now? I don't even know anymore. I found a Wild Crobat too, by the way, just so you know. Wormadam, we still need to use more Agiles. We didn't even use Wormadam in that whole fight. We still need a bunch of double edges, but we're almost good with the Stealth Rock for Golem. So, and I know Gyarados still has quite a ways to go. 70 Hurricanes I think we have to use. Where do I go? I want to do this in style. I've been doing this just off-screen for fun. Doing this. Nope. Doing this with the theme of the movie The Never-Ending Story playing. Because this kind of reminds me of when... Okay, if you haven't seen Never-Ending Story, you have no clue what I'm going to be talking about. But at the end of the movie when Bastion is riding on Falcor, it kind of reminds me of that. And I can just hear the music. I think that's a mountain we're heading to, so let's go this way. It's nice and peaceful. I've noticed that this is pretty similar, too, to the paraglider in Breath of the Wild. I think my nephew was telling me that they use the same engine for both games, which would make sense, because they're both, open world-ish style things. But, yeah, it's got... I mean, look, that's even reminiscent of Death Mountain up there. All right, let's. You want to scare Professor Laventon? You want to give him a spook? Want to give me a spook? Too fast, too fast. Pull up. Whoop. And we're good. And even if you drop too soon, just hit it again. You can lightly drop down. I've broken many a kneecap by dropping from too high up. Alright, Pokemon research is decent. Yes, take a look at my findings. What have we done? So Gyarados, we've definitely used a lot of your bites. And strong at that. Oh, I should have been using more strong bites. Anyway, I'll use strong hurricanes. We got plenty of those to go. Yes, moving nicely on with our Thunderfangs there. And indeed, Quilava is only 9 attacks away from completing the research that we can do for Quilava. So, he is our focus to try to get done. Another 180 points. I'm still 4,000 from the next rank, but I'm okay with that. I managed to quell Lord Avalugg, indeed. Fantastic stuff! As always, I'm sure the commander is eagerly awaiting your report to the village. Let's do it. I've noticed every time we've been waiting to report to Kamado, if I'm off doing other stuff in a different area, the professor always forcibly sends me back. Like, I don't have the option of like, oh, I still want to go on my expedition. No, we got to go back right away. Was there someone talking to someone or something? I'll talk to you folks in a bit. I want to see what story-wise we got to accomplish next. And your Cascoon still hasn't evolved into a Beautifly yet? Dude, what are you not feeding it? Alright, that poor guy, his sister Wanda, is missing. Wouldn't it be funny if they actually... If that guy's name was like, instead of Zeke... Well, I'm thinking if his name was Paul. Vision's too obvious, but if they went with the name Paul for Paul Bettany... Like Vision Wanda? Actually, no, they're brother-sister. That'd be weird. Each of the Pokemon nobles became frenzied, and now each of them has been quelled. We still have no explanation for why this calamity befell us, but I'm glad to see it put to an end. And to think peace would be restored to Hisui by the hand of our mysterious Rift-born helper. When tomorrow dawns, it will dawn on a new world restored to normalcy. At long last, we will be able to return to our normal lives. Go nourish yourself at the Wallflower and allow yourself a good long rest. Don't forget, the Survey Corps' work is not over. It does not end until our people can live here in Hisui without fearing the Pokemon around us. Which means until all the alphas are gone. Because those things are terrifying. They're pretty big. Oh, I forgot. I want to show you something. I keep saying things. I want to show you this off screen. I want to show you that off screen. I don't do it off screen. I want to show you right now. Once we're done our potato mochis. Thanks for this nice, sizable helping of potato mochi, Benny, old chum. Oh, and if there's anything else that you recommend, by all means, bring it out. And he leaves, without a word. He's just like, guys, come on now. Having the nobles all quelled puts a grave threat to rest. Now it's time we focused on our survey work, though we still can't let our guard down around wild regular Pokemon, of course. I certainly had my reservations as to whether Avalugg needed quelling, but if it means bringing calm to everyone, then I suppose we did the right thing. Yes, someone might have been under attack by some frenzied noble this very moment if Chaz hadn't come falling out of the sky to us. I still wonder, though, just what is the space-time rift anyway? And what's causing all those other little rifts in various areas? And what will finally make it go? Wait, if the rift were to vanish, would that leave Chaz stranded here? I would guess so. Well, our little team is certainly very practiced at investigating things by now. We'll look into the matter and find a solution. I've no doubt. And even if we don't, you'll always have a home here in Jubilife Village, Chaz. But I left my Nintendo back in my home. I need to... Now then, tomorrow is soon upon us, and it'll be another hard day at work for the Survey Corps. Don't forget what we've got our sights on. Nothing less than a completed Pokédex. That's right. We'll get it done with Chaz in the lead and me as the valiant assistant who has really done nothing thus far. Assistant? Come on now, Kari. Don't sell yourself short. You're a full-fledged member of the Survey Corps, too. Well, thanks for that, Professor. Then I guess I'd better eat my fill and get plenty of energy for another long day tomorrow. She's not that big a help. Just gonna say. She showed me how to dodge without telling me the button at first. Useful? I don't know. Suddenly dawns on me that she might not be so much. Whoa, it's not even the next day. Bakum. What caused this? Disaster looming. From the sounds of it, I would agree. What do we see out here? Ooh, what? It's the Hex! It is Wanda's fault! Chaz! It got even bigger, didn't it? What is happening? Did every region in the Pokemon world have something like this happen at one point? Some sort of dreadful energy seems to be pouring from the rift in space-time. Now the entire sky has gone red. And hexagonal. I've word from the commander. You're to report to his office at once. This is all your fault. It's like you're going to the principal's office. The way the sky has changed, it is ominous. Very ominous indeed. What's this about, Commander? You did call us here to discuss the quelling of all the nobles, didn't you? That can wait. There is a more pressing concern here that must be addressed. The first strike of lightning, that strange lightning, the one that drove Cleavor into a frenzy, it struck the night that Chaz fell from the sky, did it not? It only seems natural to think that the two events might be linked in some way. Who or what are you really, Chaz? Honestly, I still don't remember what I was before I landed, so I don't really know. Indeed. You came from the rift, as did the lightning. You're connected to these frenzies, are you not? Did you think to gain our trust by quelling the frenzies you yourself brought about? And having gained our trust, what then? What is it you're really after here? I just want to catch Pokemon. Hold on, Commander. There's nothing to suggest that Chaz has wronged us. Exactly. And besides, do you really think he's got the sort of fearsome power to take to make all this happen? Let me ask you in turn. Can you prove beyond a doubt that he is free from guilt? This person, this stranger who appeared out of a rift in space-time, who here can guarantee he is who he says? Who here can guarantee he's to be trusted? But that's... no one can do that. You're asking us to prove a negative. How is anyone supposed to prove the absence of all doubt? Come on, let's be reasonable. What is Chaz supposed to do then? He will be given the chance to investigate this latest disaster, but not as a member of the Galaxy team. He remains a suspect unless he can clear his name. There are those in our village who cannot trust a stranger like you who fell from the sky, and so I must ask you to leave. You are no longer welcome in the Galaxy team. Consider yourself banished from this village until you can explain why these calamities keep befalling our good people. No, until you've restored our world to its rightful state and proven your innocence beyond doubt. Is that clear, Silene? Yes, sir. How can you act so heartless? Don't you believe in Chaz? Do not attempt to intervene on his behalf. I will do what I must as the commander of the Galaxy Expedition Team. But I have not forgotten your deeds, nor the unusual skill you have displayed. That is why I have chosen to let you walk out of here free rather than clap you in chains. I knew he didn't trust us from that time on the beach. You're to be expelled from the village? I think Dawn looks a little too happy over there. What? Why? Orders are orders. Let's go. What am I can't even talk. Bye, guys. They're all afraid of me? I helped you get better haircuts. I caught you a Miss Drevis. I did a bunch of stuff for you. I forget what. There's some Shellos at one point, I remember. Dude, I got you pictures of, like... not pictures, I actually caught Duskull, Baneri, Turtwig. How... yeah. Listen to this. I'm not even reading what they're saying. Willow, you gotta help me. Prove my innocence. You just ran away. We can take it from here, ma'am. Willow, don't mess things up. Get your tail out of the webcam. Understood. However, the decision was mine to accept this stranger as a member of the Survey Corps. It is only right that I should personally escort him from the village and to the Fieldlands camp. I'll also see him off. As will I, naturally. I'll allow it. Then, I'll mark you all down as bound for the Fieldlands camp. Safe travels. This did take a turn. This is a much more serious story than usually we get out of Pokemon. I like it. Even though I no longer have a place to go back to. I can't believe the boss would do this. You were acting on his own orders when you quelled the frenzied nobles. Quite right. Moreover, even if you did happen to fall from the sky, that hardly gives you the power to turn it red. This is utterly intolerable, and, I might add, absurdly unscientific. As a man of science, I must fight such illogical thinking tooth and nail. You must not. You will only cause Chaz more pain if you are driven out as well for defending him. Yeah. However, there are others who might offer help. You've been an aid to both the Diamond Clan and the Pearl Clan. Of course, perhaps Adaman or Arita might take you in. Though I'm afraid they've both already returned to their respective settlements. Perhaps you could go find Leon first. He's likely to be at the Grand Tree Arena. Don't die alone out there. That's an order. Thanks, Adam. I will ensure you have all you need to complete the survey the commander has tasked you with. If I might offer my advice, in this life you will meet with both admiration and abuse from others. How others choose to view you is a choice only they can make. You cannot make it for them. All that truly matters is that you hold firm to your own values. I love that. That means so much. Like, so many people try to do what they can to impress upon others. Sometimes they go out of their way to do stuff that they don't normally do just for approval. And it's like, do what is right for you. Be true to yourself. That's all that matters. The people that disagree with it, they're not worth your time. People who do agree with it are the true blue heroes of your overall existence, you know? I like that's such a potent bit of dialogue. What of the dream I first shared with you on Prelude Beach to complete the Pokédex? That dream simply won't come true without you. I mean, obviously I'm your only real good member, so I agree with that. Alright, seek out Liam. Do I still have my ride Pokemon? Indeed I do. I still got their trust at least. So let's get over there. Now, what is going on up here? This is, like I said, the Hex from WandaVision. What is this all about, though? So by quelling all the nobles, that was supposed to like bring about peace and whatnot, but obviously it didn't. Either way, any battles that we have along the way, I have to remember we need to use quick attacks for Quilava. That is all we need. 9 quick attacks, and we can evolve Quilava. Okay, so obviously we need to get a little bit more air. Right here. It's too bad there is no way. Unless, okay, if there is a way to fly higher with Braviary, let me know. But I do not know it myself. All I do is find a high spot to jump from, hit the plus button. Or I guess if you jump off a cliff, you can hit A in the air too. But I kind of like getting that extra swoop into the air and then gliding. It's funny what I said earlier about how I can just hear the never-ending story theme. Not right now, I can't. Things have become too grim. This is like the, what is it, the swamp or the bog of sorrow or whatever. Hope I didn't give anyone bad memories of what happened in that part of the movie. Also, by the way, the true villain of the never-ending story, you know, that it's called the Nothing. That's not the true villain. You know what the true villain is? The end credits. It's a never-ending story. Anyway, back to plot. You! What in the world did you do? Look at the size of that rift! If lightning starts pouring in from it, all the Pokemon in Hisui could be thrown into a frenzy. The entire clan is in a panic now. It wasn't me. I should have known that the only thing that would come from that rift was disaster. I need help. I need a place to stay and eat some food. Help? Ah, well, that's not exactly something I can do. It's not that I wouldn't like to help you, but it would put Arita in a difficult position. I truly do wish that I could repay you for quelling Kleavor's frenzy as you did. You must know that. But there's nothing I alone can do for you. Warden Mai might be able to help you, though. She's a caring woman, after all. You'll most likely find Mai at the Worn Bridge. I believe it's a very significant place for her. I'm certain that somewhere in the vastness of Hisui, there's a place for you as well. The Distortion World. Alright, seek out Mai. This is, again, another fetch quest of people. So Worn Bridge is over here towards... There's actually a cave I didn't show. I found it off screen, just random exploring. But across the river from where you start out, there's a place called Grueling Grove where there is an Alpha Heracross, which I never went anywhere near other than just to scan it. But further beyond that, there was a rock wall that looked, as you know, to use a Zelda term, looked bombable. So I sent a Pokemon out to it, and indeed, we could break through it. And it led around like this kind of cool cave with Machop and... I'm going to say hi to Gyarados as we go by. With Machop and Happiny was in there. And I think that's it. But it led to the top outside Obsidian Falls, and it actually connected to the Grand Tree Arena spot. Alright, we're almost there. Oh, is that her Munchlax? Okay. Should be able to safe to drop. Help me, please! I forget your voice, by the way. My. What a frightful sky. Such a disturbing sight would be enough to put anyone ill at ease. You don't know what brought this about, do you? I don't know. I don't know if I'm trying to find out. I've got, like, no resources left. So... I suppose it was too much to expect that you could already have an answer to all this. I heard from our leader what happened. You can't return to that village of yours, can you? But I'm afraid the Diamond Clan cannot be the ones to save you. The Diamond Clan could end up at war with the Galaxy team if things went badly. I think you would regret that as much as anyone. The Great Weirdeer took a liking to you. I want to offer you my support, but forgive me, I cannot help you in this. Do not abandon hope. Time solves all things. And besides, you seem to have a talent for making your own way in the world. I have no doubt you'll continue to find a path to walk. Well, like they say, I've got a mission to figure out this rift. So I guess that's the only thing left for me to do. Kerr? Who said that? It's a Shinx. Normally you're a lot more aggressive. You're going to push me in the water? What's with Simba? What's going on? It made me happy, at least. It's Volo. Strange events seem to follow you wherever you go, don't they? Found you at last, Chaz. I've been looking all over for you, you know. What would I do if I were to lose one of my favorite customers? Don't worry, I've already heard what happened. A good merchant knows well the importance of staying abreast of all the latest news. It seems you're in quite the pinch. No place for you among the Diamond Clan or the Pearl Clan, to say nothing of how poorly the Galaxy team has treated you. But not to worry, there are still corners of the Hisui region where we can stash you away in secret. I know a spot that will be a perfect hideaway. Leave it all up to me. Okay. Do I have access to my Pokemon in the village, though? I left Floatzel work in the fields at the farm. Here we are. I know. It's no palace. But you know the saying about beggars and choosers. They can't be the same person. You've never seen them in the same room together. Okay, speak to who dwells here. I'm assuming it is this person. Shirking your work to come pester me again? Even beneath a bleeding sky, you never change. Always a pleasure, Mistress Kojita. Vegeta? But I'm afraid I'm not here today to learn more of Hisui's myths and legends. No, Mistress, thank you. Just Kojita. And this is? Why, Chaz is the man of the hour. He's the one who quelled the frenzy of all the Pokemon nobles, believe it or not. Ah, the poor wretch you spoke of. Thanks. Lost in time and space. Dear me, Lost One. It seems like I'll be able to fulfill my duty at long last, thanks to you. Duty? Indeed. I am to guide you, Lost One, for the task of preventing great disaster falls to you. The rift in space-time must be mended, lest time and space themselves be thrown out of balance. But come, you may enter my dear hideaway. There's much to be told. Plot is thickening, indeedening. We're going to let this episode go a little bit further. The space-time rift is said to be a portal to innumerable other dimensions. How come everything is doing multiverse these days? In one such realm, far and farther still from ours, dwells almighty Sinnoh. Which ones? The Diamond Clans? The expanse from antiquity to eternity, and the expanse to all sides, above and below. Time traces the path we tread from the here and now into the future, while space yawns all-encompassingly, surrounding us in every direction. You see, don't you? The two together, time and space, comprise all creation, the universe. How can one claim that either is greater than the other, as those two clans do? You really can't. Right? Perhaps the truth is clearer to a wanderer such as you, one who has known other ages. Now listen, Lost One. Here is what you must do. Hisui holds 3 great lakes of importance: Lake Verity, Lake Valor, and Lake Acuity. At each dwells a Pokemon said to embody one aspect of the mind. Complete the trials each will set you, and bear their gifts to the shrouded ruins. There you may receive the red chain. With it, perhaps you can bind the world together. Bind the world, you say? You mean it won't close the rift? Kindly spare me your doubts, young man. I know the old worlds and what they bid us to do. Old words, sorry. How true they are isn't mine to know. And regardless of their truth, I am bound to pass them on. How callous of my ancestors, to leave their legends to children without a thought for the hardship it would cause them. But here we are. You know your duty, and you'll do it, won't you? Sure. I mean, what else have I got to do? There's nobility in knowing what must be done and seeing to it. Hang on, I'm getting a phone call. Arc phone's beeping. I can see the locations of the 3 lakes marked on the Arc phone. I already found them all. Just FYI. Mistress Kojita's got a lovely workbench here, and if you need materials, I'll be glad to help. I'm always happy to do business with you. Yeah, what about the pastures? I'm concerned. Ah, that is a problem, isn't it? What shall we do about that, indeed? Abba! What was that cry? Have we now lost a Pokemon as well as a child? Do see to it, please. I know what's going on. Silene has sent her Abra to help me. How could I refuse you, ma'am? Off we go, Chaz. I'm going to end this off here before we go any further. I don't want to put too much into the episode. If you folks are liking where this story is taking us, show that like on my video. I know they're 2 separate things, but kind of intertwined, much like space and time itself. So yes, feel free to like the video if you enjoyed it. If you want to see what led us to this grim point, check out the link in the description to the full playlist. If you are eager to see what happens next, subscribe to our channel, activate the bell button to get notifications when the new videos do come out, and of course, you can join as a channel sponsor and help support me through my many misadventures now by clicking join and seeing what perks may be available to you depending on what tier you'd like to try out. Alright, with that, we are going to continue this in the next episode. Once again, thank you for watching, everybody. Professor Chaz is signing off, and I'll catch you next time, and space.